Greetings and salutations, fine people. I'm Patti Alvarez. Welcome to The Good Soul, a show where we'll have supercharged chats with everyday humans from all walks of life and unpack what in their story will inspire us all. We'll extract the untapped wisdom, distill it, and serve it up to you in all the right ways that will engage, enlighten, and most of all, inspire growth within your soul. I think people are awesome. So join me on this journey through the hearts and minds of ordinary people to uncover the good soul within you. This is The Good Soul. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Good Soul, episode 84. We are talking pup adoption success forever home program. I love this with the Aloft. So Donald, tell us all we need to know about why about statistics, and that'll just kind of hit us right between the eyes.
All right. Well, to begin with, this is not an understatement, but the need has never been greater. It seems like in today's society, people are treating their animals as something that's disposable. They don't want to treat them as part of the family. Therefore, there's no loyalty to their animals. The most staggering statistic that I could think of to throw out, on a average day, our executive director, Jason Binge, gets 30 emails to surrender their animals on an average day.
Wow.
30 people wanting to give up their pets for one reason or another.
Yeah.
That is staggering.
Yeah.
And our shelters right now, as I stated earlier, they work very hard. And some of our shelters have actually had to close down intake because there's no place for these animals to go. And they work hard on a daily basis. They correspond with not only our rescue, but any other rescue that is willing to work with them. So,
yeah. And to give you an example of what he was just saying, to bring up Lolita, we've had a lot of dogs, but I'm pretty sure it was Lolita. Lolita was surrendered to the shelter because she had diarrhea to be euthanized.
Jeez.
They wanted them. They was like, because she had diarrhea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Something that was just change of diet or.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Medicine.
Yeah, I mean that's a bigger problem than.
So that's what he's saying. So the need's greater because there is this,
Yeah.
There
amazing.
is that big need.
Yeah. How can the community help? First of all, treat your pets that you have now like a part of the family. Treat them with respect. Treat them like you would your kids. Animals will never be any more loyal to you, irregardless of the way you treat them. I mean, there's some people that treat them bad, but these animals still come and love and want attention. So treat your animals that you have now with respect. If you're willing to foster an animal, and I want to reiterate this, I cannot say this strongly enough. Our lifeline to save animals is our fosters. We are 100% foster based. As a result, if we don't have a foster home, we can't pull that dog. If you can open your home up to fostering for us, all you have to do is go to our website, PiedmontAnimalRescue.com, and you'll see a drop down where you can fill out a foster form. You can dictate the kind of animal you want to foster. You can dictate whether it's male or female. And we need fosters all the way from respite fosters, somebody who can keep an animal during a time where our regular fosters are on vacation. That'd be short term, maybe 1-2 weeks, to somebody that's willing to commit to a hospice situation, an animal that needs to stay in our care, and we're more than happy to do that. And provide what medical needs that animal has in whatever time it has left on the earth. So, like I said, there's a lot of needs. Also, naturally, because of the number of animals that we have each year, our medical needs are astronomical. On an average year, we are spending between $500 and $750,000 on vet care each year.
Wow.
We are 100% volunteers. Every penny we get goes directly back into the animals.
Donald, what's the majority of your revenue coming from? Can you break that down briefly?
Well, we're about 60%, 100%. Our budget is 60% coming from the public through financial donations. Also, the revenue we get from our adoption fees.
Okay.
So we're about 60-40. The Lord has really blessed us. And, we cannot thank Him enough, because every time we've had that tremendous need, there's the money is seen to pop up.
The community came through.
Yeah, big time. Just a few months ago, we were in a very, very bad financial situation, and we put a post out there, and we were considering selling our big truck that we use for adoption events. And the community stepped up, and we was able to take that off the market. And we actually was able to build up a little bit of a nest egg, which nest egg is one dog away from being back in the same situation.
Of course.
So, if somebody is willing to support the rescue, the best way is financially, if you would become a monthly donor.
Okay.
During COVID and since, we've lost nearly 70% of our monthly donors because of the economy and different facets. If we have monthly donors, we can kind of work a monthly budget out when we have a known revenue coming in.
It's expected, yeah.
So it allows us to budget out better.
And not much, right? I mean,
No,
even $5, whatever you can
Yes,
handle,
ma'am.
whatever you can, cup of coffee.
Anything, if somebody can only do $1 a month,
Yeah.
that's going to be $12. And if I get 12 people doing $1 a month,
Yeah.
I can get one animal spayed or neutered.
Yeah. You
So-
see that, guys? It doesn't take much.
So, anything will help. And
Yeah.
Less than a cup of coffee,
yeah.
Less than a cup of coffee. Yeah.
especially with the price of coffee.
I know. You can get, yeah, right? Exactly. It's like half now.
Yeah, but that's ways that you can help Piedmont Animal Rescue, financially. We're all the time looking for donations, of supplies. You can go on and get our wish list, Amazon wish list. That's all public knowledge. Any of that helps.
Okay. All of this is on your website.
All this is on our website,
Okay.
PiedmontAnimalRescue.com.
Awesome.
And I do want to reiterate something that Tara just said. As most of you in the corporate world knows, the corporate staff, they respond quickest to positive feedback. And if you can go online, if you've been into the Aloft Hotel and been a part of this Forever program, please go online and do a review for them, because Tara is constantly working with corporate, trying to expand this program. And if they see a lot of people really rallying behind this, it'll make her job easier. Also, I want to reiterate, I should have said this. You can also go on, if you had any interaction, positive or negative, because we want all honest feedback. Go do a Google review for Piedmont Animal Rescue, because that helps me. My primary job is to go out and find the money. And if I can show potential donors that our reputation in the public, that helps me. So if you could do that also, I'd appreciate it.
And that's, as he said, with the Google reviews, that's just the way we've, at the Aloft, just on property we just got our 107th dog.
107.
adopted. Yeah.
Okay. So Big Red, which is now named Oscar, it was 105.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So just in that short time,
Yeah.
we're already on 2 more dogs.
How long do the dogs usually stay with you?
It varies. The shortest was, we had an application in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
From somebody staying at
Yep.
the Aloft.
So
Oh my God.
2 hours was the shortest application time. And then I think the longest was we had one that was right at a month. That was a senior dog. And we
Aw.
kept it for about a month.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing. We're going to keep the dog until it gets adopted.
Yeah.
So
Have
we
there
go
been
and
any
share.
foster failures?
There's been a couple.
I'm sure you have probably a dozen in your life, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Right now at my house, I have several. I don't.
What is several? Define several, Donald.
More than 5. Less than 10.
Oh my God, that's crazy. And what about you? Do you?
So I do not. I have a dog.
Okay.
That she's a little bit too energetic for other dogs.
Yeah.
So so I have not, but we have, I believe, 4 employees that's adopted dogs.
4. Okay.
And it's really, really great. Every dog I want to take home with me.
Sure.
But I've learned through the program with fostering, I was worried. I was like, oh, we're going to miss the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But Donald told me when I first started the program, he said, well, you could keep that dog forever and just have that dog. Or you could find that dog a home and you could save 2 more dogs.
Yes. That's
so
beautiful.
It goes back in there. So I think about that. I'm so happy they got their forever home.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're gonna get another dog. And then once we get that one, so when you go into it, how many dogs have you saved? And we have dogs in, I believe we're up to 18 states in Canada.
Amazing.
As far as Nevada and Texas, up to Ohio and Michigan, and down to Florida.
That's fantastic. So this is the Aloft you're talking about.
Yes, just through the Aloft.
Okay. I hate to do this, but it's time.
Yes.
So guys, PiedmontAnimalRescue.com for becoming a foster, for adopting dogs, for donating, and most notably, donating on a monthly basis. I'm sure it's very user friendly, even if it's $1 a month. But hey, if you can spare $50, $100 a month, and of course, leaving a Google review for the Aloft in Mooresville, stop by, have a drink. There's no food at Aloft, correct?
We do have food. We have small bites. We've got
small bites,
pizza, burgers,
okay,
fries,
great,
grilled cheese, soup.
perfect. Yeah. So stop by Aloft for a drink, for some small bites, and for a cuddle with a puppy.
Right.
Guys, thank you so much for all you do. There needs to be more people in the world just like you. So I appreciate your being here. And guys, we'll see you next time here on The Good Soul. Say goodbye to Sweetie, everybody. Take care. Thank you, guys. This segment of The Good Soul is brought to you by Aaron Fisnick, certified luxury home specialist with Ivester Jackson Christie's International Real Estate. Aaron serves all levels of the greater Lake Norman region real estate market, and whether buying or selling, she is very much the lady who will deliver like no other. Many of us at Good Soul are also really happy clients. Aaron can be reached at 704-728-5657 or reach out to me and I'll get you guys connected. Thank you, Aaron Fisnick, and thank you guys for tuning in and supporting The Good Soul. Welcome back, everybody, to The Good Soul. I don't think I mentioned that we are on episode 84, which is so exciting to me. It's kind of a big deal. Yeah, I'm excited. So we are talking about the Forever Home program, the collaboration between Piedmont Animal Rescue and, of course, the Aloft Hotel, which prompted this. But I have so many questions beyond your program. But again, we have Donald and Tara with us, and I want to get right into it. Tell me just briefly how Piedmont Animal Rescue came to be.
Well, we actually started operation in February of 2017. And we actually started as a result of, we were part of another group, and they merged with another organization that is a good organization, but their philosophy was a little bit different than ours. They believed more in the shelter environment and housing animals in a shelter as compared to the foster base. So Jason Bench, who's our executive director, actually approached me and a couple of others about starting at Piedmont Animal Rescue and asked if we would be a part of it. We gladly told him yes. I came on as the development director for the rescue, also serve on the board.
Okay.
And we started this because all of us all believe that the best way is the foster-based program. With the foster-based program, not only are we able to tell others about the animals, we're also able to help rehabilitate the animals in the environment that we're trying to adopt them into.
Do you have any brick and mortar location?
No. We do have a building we use for administrative purposes only.
Okay.
To do our adoptions and house our paperwork and our drop-off point for donations. That's at 228 East Waterland Road in Mooresville.
Okay.
So we do have that, but like I said, it's just used for administrative purposes only. We do not house any animals there.
Okay. And I guess you have collaborations with like certain vets who will help treat the dogs. I'm sure you're not paying full price for medical care.
We do get some discounted rates. We primarily use Lake Norman at Mooresville Animal Hospital for our vetting. They do a lot of it, but we do have other vets in the area that have stepped up to help us out when we just need to get an animal in.
Sure. And I'm assuming too, other than Aloft, I mean, you need supply. Do you provide supplies for the foster families, like blankets and food and anything like that? Or is it pretty much they do that when they decide to adopt?
No, ma'am. We actually provide everything that a foster needs. We just ask our fosters to love on the animal and to help get them to appointments and meet and greets, as they're scheduled at a mutually beneficial time for both the potential adopter and the foster. But we do provide everything all the way from medical care, all the way any supplies they need, toys. Whatever they need, we do provide.
Okay. And on average, at any given time, how many families do you have? How many dogs do you have out in the world?
In our rescue, we are primarily dogs and cats. We do take in any animal that we can find a foster for. One time in our 9-year history, we was approached about taking in a tegu, which is a 4-foot-long lizard. You actually have to be licensed with the state of North Carolina to do this. And the Lord provided somebody that was actually looking to foster one of these. So we was able to take in this tegu, which is still in the program. It's in this gentleman's house. Like I say, you have to be specially licensed in the state of North Carolina to do it. And I say all that to let you know that across all gamuts of animals, we have about 300 foster homes. On any given time, we try to keep anywhere around 100 cats and 100 dogs in our program.
So like active in the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that is impressive. Do you know how many animals that you've adopted throughout the years successfully?
Yes, ma'am. We're between 9,000 and 10,000 animals since 2017.
Oh, 9,000 and 10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Okay, so I guess that is the perfect segue into this relationship here with the Aloft. Tara, can you tell me a little bit about how this all came to be? A little closer to your face.
The craziness. So, I had been told that we was going to kind of do some reach out to the community, get our hotel out. We opened in 2020. And so in 2021, they was like, we really need to, start doing something for our community. And I was a long time Piedmont follower, Facebook and all that. And I was like, we've got to do something for the dogs. So I had contacted them and spoke with Donald. And I was like, how about we do this holiday celebration? We can have vendors, pets for adoption. Santa Claus came to the first one. Star-studded cast, and have your picture taken with Santa, see dogs, maybe get these dogs adopted.
Have your puppy's picture taken with Santa or your kids?
Either, kids, family, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so in doing that event, I kind of have looked up what other Alofts does, because we are such a pet friendly. And I happened to come across the Asheville Hotel, the Asheville Aloft, and this dog adoption program that they had. And I was intrigued. I probably printed 70 to 80 sheets of paper of anything I could find about this. And I went into my general manager's office. I was like, oh, we have to do this. I said, we get dogs at work. I said, it's perfect. And so she approached our franchisee, our corporate office, and we got it approved. And then at the benefit, I brought it up to Donald, and they looked at me like I was crazy.
Yes.
Real? You did?
They
But
did.
me and my wife,
Remember the
me
mic.
and my wife, thought that this was a far-reached idea. I mean, we're all time actively looking for fosters, and Tara approached us about it, and after she did, we started talking. Me and my wife Leah, who's the dog coordinator for the rescue, decided we had the perfect dog to try it with. So we'll give it a try and see how it works.
Okay.
I'll let Tara tell you about the story of Chubbs, but
Chubbs.
Yeah, he was the first dog there at the Aloft, and I was very concerned. So the next day, I contacted her and said, how things are going, and she says, I don't know, because I hadn't seen Chubbs.
Well, because
all the guests were wanting to take Chubbs out, and on 15 walks.
Chubbs is exhausted.
Yeah, but
paparazzi.
come to find out that this program, through the guidance of Tara, has been amazing. The socialization that the animal gets, the interaction it gets, with other animals, other people. Somebody can see firsthand, is this dog going to be good with kids? Is this dog good with others? And like I say, it's been nothing but amazing.
It's been great. Okay, wait, hold your horses here, because I still have questions about when did this all start happening? When did Chubbs get to the first Aloft?
December 21.
Yeah,
December of 21. Okay, and one thing I are the staff members, they're trained to care for. How does that all work?
So we don't have any extra training. We talk to employees when they're hired.
Mm-hmm.
And you have
Hope you like dogs.
you have to be able. It's part of the job description is to walk a dog.
Yeah.
Do we have to walk a dog all the time? No, because a lot of times the guest does it.
Yeah.
Our current foster dog, it's not spent one night down at the lobby because it's been in a room every night.
Right.
The guests love to take it for walks. They spend time. It'll go and hang out over on the other part of the lobby. So all of our people, are very dog friendly.
Sure.
Everybody loves them, and everybody's, we have, if they're on medications, we have medication sheets for them. Everything.
Yeah.
So we're all. No, there's no technical training.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But yeah, we just, we walk them as much as possible. The guest usually does that for us, give them their medicine. And
so guys, if
take
anybody
care of
has any high schoolers or any, in their 20s who are going to Mitchell or something, who are dog lovers, what a great job opportunity too for people.
Yeah.
And I hear the bar is really happening at the Aloft,
Yes,
right?
it is.
We haven't been yet, but
yeah.
I'm assuming that certain dogs, and we have just over a minute, but I'm assuming dogs have to meet certain qualities. Like I know my Shanti could never do that. She'd be running all over the place and freaking out.
Right. So Piedmont's really good at vetting the dogs.
Okay.
And kind of seeing. Now, sometimes we've had cases to where you've rescued the dogs and they've come pretty quickly from the shelter to us.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's like a case where the dog might even be going to be put to sleep.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I have this dog. We need to kind of get it out of the shelter. Can we bring it? But Piedmont is amazing that if I call and I say, hey, the dog isn't comfortable or just kind of isn't the right fit, they come almost immediately to get the dog.
Yeah.
One of the things with the program that I did want to do was I never want to add to a dog's previous trauma.
Yeah.
So if I feel like it's overwhelming, all the noises, the sounds, the people, we talk to them and we get them into a foster home that's a little bit more quieter, more of a fit.
Sure.
Now I do give it a little bit of leeway because 3 days 3 weeks, 3 months for foster.
Yeah.
So, that first 3 days can be. I had a dog one time, it was a Chihuahua mix, and she was just so tiny and so scared at the beginning
Uh-huh.
that she had actually built her a home up underneath the front desk.
Oh my God. I'm sorry to cut you off, Tara, but we got to wrap this segment up. But what was the Chihuahua's name?
Lolita.
All right, we're gonna kick off with the story of Lolita when we get back, guys. So don't go away. We'll see you in a few here on The Good Soul. Thanks for being here. Want a little bit more rainbows and unicorns in your life? Start your day with Good Soul Daily. Every morning, you'll find me in your inbox where I share a quick story, lesson, or quote to spark joy and inspiration. Come join our hundreds of daily readers and let's step into our new day together with my lighthearted, Pollyannic approach. I would be honored if you'd allow me into your heart and head where you are sure to be delighted and inspired. Text me over your email address to 704-618-7993 for your daily dose of happiness and reassurance that life is pretty darn awesome. Welcome back, everybody, to The Good Soul. I'm Patti, and I have Sweetie on my lap, and God, she's such a, she just seems so content here. I'm like,
Cuddle
really?
bug.
She's a cuddle bug, and she smells so good. She just got glammed. She went into glam before she came here.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it, like a little Kardashian. Okay, so let's continue the story of Lolita.
Yeah, so Lolita came, and the first day that she came, she was really scared, and I was like, oh, I don't know what her previous story is, and I don't want to, like I said, we don't want to add to the trauma. And so she made her a little bed up underneath the desk, and so we put the bed down there, and I would say for 2 days, most of the guests didn't even know we had a dog because she just stayed, and on the third day, there was a guest at the front desk, and she came out and went up to the guest.
Aww.
And after that, she never went back in that cubby hole.
Wow.
She came out and she would come and she started greeting everybody. And so that's the great thing about this program is, dogs that hasn't been socialized.
Mm-hmm.
You could put them in a foster home and they can take them to these meet and greets. But here, there's so much. They're getting to meet the guests. They're getting to see the other dogs walk by.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting all those different sounds. And it opens them up to what they didn't know. A lot of these dogs didn't know what love was.
Yeah.
They didn't know that human affection could be good. Or that,
Where do you get the majority of the dogs from?
The majority of the dogs actually come from the local shelters. Now, we do have some owner surrenders that come in to our program. But the vast majority, we try and go into the shelters that are overcrowded because those are the animals that are at risk of euthanasia. So that's primarily where we try and pull from.
Mm-hmm. How many, let's say, do you know how many shelters are in town and how many are kill shelters versus not?
To begin with, I do want to clarify one thing. No shelter is considered per se a kill shelter.
Okay.
The only time our local shelters would euthanize an animal would be, first of all, if it's medically necessary or in the best interest of the animal, or if you have a known behavioral risk.
Okay. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
I can tell you here in Iredell County, and including our neighboring counties, because we work with all the shelters here in our area, that is the philosophy that they undertake. Right now, the need is tremendous for both adoption and rescues to step in. All of our local shelters are running at capacity right now.
Do they rely on you? Will they come to you and say, "Hey, Piedmont, we need fosters"?
Yes, our shelters, they have adoption coordinators and rescue coordinators. They send us a list of animals, and some of them are listed rescue only because maybe there's a medical need or something that they couldn't put on their adoption floor, or if they get overcrowded, they'll just open up the floor. Any animal that comes in after their legal 3-day stray hold, they'll be made available for adoption, and rescues can pull them in.
Okay, so it's 3 days once they have possession of the dog.
Yes.
I never knew that either.
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am.
Did you guys ever have more than one dog at a time, or is this
They
always
only
one
allow
dog?
me one.
They only allow you one.
Only
It must be
one.
tempting.
It's the Aloft that only, I'll let her have as many as she wants.
Yeah,
Oh,
they'll only let me have one.
yeah.
I've tried.
Have you had other businesses come to you and say, "Hey, I want to do this"?
I've pitched this to so many other businesses, both in the hotel industry and in the private industry. We have not had nobody else to take us up on it.
Interesting.
We actually have tried to use the Aloft story, because our lifeline is fosters.
Right.
The more fosters we get, the more animals we can save. And to see how this, I think even Tara would agree, not only is it good for the animals, but I believe it's good for the morale of the staff. It's also good. A lot of times when people are out there on the road and they miss their animals, then they come in and see one that, I can pet this one, and it just really makes their day a little bit brighter. So
Donald, that's the first thing I said. I said, could you imagine like the businessman or woman who's traveling, they're sad, they miss their family, and they can take this dog into their room with them and cuddle with the puppy.
And I will say that I have guests have traveled and told other hotels. And I personally spoke with the manager of the Courtyard in oh my goodness, in another state.
Okay.
I won't put it out there because I don't know if.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
But in another state that called me and they was like, "Hey, one of our guests told us about this program that you got. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?"
Yeah.
And they've started their own with their local rescue.
That's so great.
So it hasn't picked up around here because, it is kind of something you get cleared and there's things, but we have, and then other Alofts are doing it as well.
Yeah. Have you ever had, like guests be like, "I want the dog. No, I want the dog."
Yeah. It's first come, first serve.
First come, first serve,
Yes.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I believe.
And is there a time limit?
No. So we kind of let, them take them overnight. So Tigger is our current foster, and he's a really big one for the nighttime thing. Everybody wants to keep him at night. He's such a good dog. He
What
doesn't
kind of
bark.
dog is he?
He is a terrier mix.
Okay.
Just perfect
Tigger.
personality, doesn't bark, just wants to be loved. And so he usually gets about 2 to 3 people that ask to take him at night.
Yeah.
So it's the first person, we get a copy of their driver's license. We have all their, obviously, information, but we get the picture of their driver's license so we know where the dog's at and who has them. And then they can spend the night. Usually they take them around 8, 9 at night and bring them back in the morning before they head out for the day.
I was saying to my niece, like, "Can the dog come over? Bring the dog over." But she said, "No, we can't take the dog away from out of the hotel."
But yeah. Safety, we don't know what the dog might see or what,
Oh,
so,
sure,
yeah.
of course, or be exposed to. I
Yeah,
mean, we have
yeah.
2 dogs at home, which are clean and they have all their shots
Yeah.
and everything, but you just
Right,
never
yeah.
know. Yeah. She's doing, she looks okay. She looks happy. Could I
Yes,
be
ma'am.
doing anything different for Sweetie?
No, ma'am. She that's just what she loves.
That's just what she loves.
She wants you to scratch on her head
Oh,
and
God.
just give her love. And
Yeah. For those of you who are listening, go onto YouTube and look at this video. This dog is such a honey. Can she walk?
yes,
She can. Does she like to walk, or
she will
like-
walk. She can only see shadows at best. So she's kind of in. She's not real sure on her feet. She'll move real slow around. As soon as she learns her person's sniff, she will find you in a room.
Aww.
She will come to you. She's not going to be one that's going to be a player. If somebody is looking for an animal that just wants to be held and loved on, Sweetie would be the animal for you. She's a
Sweetie is.
senior. If you know somebody elderly that just wants an animal to hold,
Yeah.
You could be the perfect forever home for her because that's all she wants.
So right now in circulation, you have about 100 dogs and cats.
Right now, between dogs and cats, we have over 100. In fact, this week we have about 30 puppies coming of age that are getting spayed or neutered.
Wow. And what do you know the story behind them?
Oh, it's a lot of different
it's
stories.
Different stories?
Yes, it's a lot of different stories, different litters. They're just coming of age where we get them spayed and neutered.
Yeah.
And if you'll follow us on Facebook, Piedmont Animal Rescue, that's normally the first place you'll see it, or you go to our website, www.piedmontanimalrescue.com, and you'll see all the available animals we have for adoption. And I encourage people, if you're looking for an animal and you don't see one the first time, keep a close eye because we're all the time, as we get empty holes and we get fosters available, we're going to go out and pull new animals.
Okay. On that.
We also, on the Aloft Mooresville page, we also share the current foster dog. We'll share
Awesome.
the pictures and things as well.
Great.
So you can also see what we have in.
Okay, we're going to wrap up this segment. When we get back, we're going to talk statistics and how you can make a difference. So guys, don't go away. We'll see you in a few here. Meet us and Sweetie here on The Good Soul. I love Sweetie.
So sweet.
Oh my God, she's so cute. You sure she's okay? Who isn't looking to get happy and healthy and empower themselves in an extraordinary fitness community? At Good Soul Hot Yoga, we offer life-changing yoga, strength training, cycling, and relaxing therapeutic classes that will make everything in your life feel better. For some power, balance, and peace of mind, we will deliver. Come experience our spa-like wonderland in the center of Mooresville. We will become your happy place. Welcome back to the Good Soul Podcast. Today's episode is one that truly tugs at the heart. We're talking about pet adoption, community partnership, and how love sometimes shows up in the most unexpected places. I'm joined by Donald Gullett from the Piedmont Animal Rescue and Tara Dowling from Aloft Hotel in Mooresville to share the story behind the Forever Home program, an initiative turning a hotel lobby into a temporary foster home for dogs waiting for their forever families. This is a conversation about choosing adoption, changing lives, and saying yes when it matters most. So I'm excited, guys. Let's begin. I want to start first by saying hello to my new friends.
Hi.
Hello.
Mr. Donald and Miss Tara. Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
Good. We got off to a little bit of a bumpy start. Manny's home. He's all MS'd out, and I'm running around like a chicken without a head, and they're watching me like I'm a crazy lady, but I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not. So welcome everybody. I want to start first by telling what inspired this, because this was sort of a last minute. I mean, we just reached out to you last week. My sister was here for Thanksgiving with her family, and my niece, being in her mid-20s, was, I guess, too cool to stay at our house. No, I'm only kidding. They wanted a hotel, so they went to the Aloft, which we love, and we send everybody to the Aloft who comes in from out of town. It's such a cool hotel. And she FaceTimed us that first night, and she's got a dog named Big Red, and he looks like almost like a Dachshund Chihuahua mix. He's a Dachshund kind of copper color. And we keep saying he has hints of like pit bull in him. He's got the little jowls and like there's all kinds of, but anyway,
So
long and short. What was that?
It's so much personality.
So much personality. Yeah. So the long and short of it is what I never would have thought would happen was over the course of the few days, they had the dogs sleep in their room with them every night, which I thought was really cool.
Yep. So one of the things that check-in that I like to say is that this is our foster dog, and they're available for long walks, belly rubs, and room visits.
Yes. Long walks, belly rubs, and room visits. I think it's brilliant. We went bowling. We were at the Wobbly Butt playing, having drinks, and we were waiting for our lanes to open up. And I said to my sister and my brother-in-law, after they had a drink or two in them, I am I'm going to submit this application on your behalf because I don't think they would have done it, but
Mhm.
I mean, they were fully. I mean, she's my big sister. I'm not going to mess with her. So of course, they were fully invested. So I did, and the next day, they picked up the dog at 2 o'clock. They had lost their dog 2 years ago, Coconut, and it was hard. It was hard for them. They were really hit hard by it, and my niece still was like, "I feel guilty," which I think is interesting. That when people lose dogs, they feel guilty adopting a new dog. I'm like, I feel like I'd go out and get a dog the next day if something happened.
You feel differently when you like. I had a dog that lived to be 17 years old, and I always thought, if anything happens to her, I'm not gonna be able to get another dog. She just had my heart. She was my baby.
Yeah.
But then, as she got older and when she did pass, I was like, Sadie would want me to love another dog and help another dog. And not only that, but Sadie would want me to have that dog that would give me that love.
Yes.
So, you do have to do it in your own time and as your heart allows, but it's always good to open your heart back up for that
Absolutely.
and to help a
Hear
dog,
that,
of course.
people? Yes, and I agree. Definitely your own time. So yeah. So tell me a little bit real quick. Did you guys grow up in the area?
I've lived here my whole life.
You lived here your whole life. Okay.
I've also lived in the general area. I grew up in the next county over, Rowan County.
Rowan County.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And you Mooresville?
Yeah, I've lived within 15 minutes of here.
Amazing. So all these changes, you must be like,
we used to 4-wheel down Brawley School Road when it was dirt.
yeah, everybody says that. We live down at the end there, and everybody says that they used to also go fishing and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Like our neighborhood was the adventure.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, pardon me, and I can't believe I forgot to introduce our friend that we have here. Donald, can you tell me, and just remember, face up to the
Yeah.
microphone a little bit. Tell me a little bit about this little guy we have here.
Well, we're often asked, what is rescue about? And most people think it's those animals that we find the forever homes for. At Piedmont Animal Rescue, we believe that rescue is really about helping the animals, and the community's blessed us, and we want to, in return, bless some of these animals. I have Sweetie with me here today. She's a 15-year-old Shih Tzu that is both blind and deaf. Some people say, well, 15 years old, she's already lived a life. We don't know what her life was before, but I can promise you right now, she's doing exactly what she loves to do. She loves being in somebody's arms and just being loved on. This is what rescue is about. We had to have some surgery done to her when we first got her because she had high pressures in her eyes. So we had the surgery done, but outside that, she has nothing wrong with her.
How long have you had Sweetie?
We've had her about 5 weeks now.
5 weeks.
Yes.
And do you plan on keeping her yourself, or?
No, ma'am. She's actually in a very awesome foster home now.
Okay.
One thing about our program, we're an all foster based program, which means when an animal comes into our program, it goes into a loving home.
Mm-hmm.
It does not go into a building. So, she's actually with our executive director, Jason Bidge's daughter. She loves the senior animals,
Mm-hmm.
but if the forever home for her is out there and they submit their application, we would love to see her in another home. Because we tell people when you adopt an animal through a rescue, you're not only saving that animal, but you're saving at least 2 more, because we're going to place another animal into that foster home. In return, we're going to be able to pull another animal from a shelter. And so you'll be, by adopting one animal, you're saving at least 2 other animals.
Wow. Can you hold Sweetie up a little bit so towards the camera so people look at how cute she is? Does she experience joy? Does she wag her tail, or does she respond? So that's pretty much how she responds?
Yeah, she responds, and she seeks out her people. If you put her down to go potty or something, she wants to be right there with you. And she'll come up and nudge, because we believe she can still see shapes. Okay. Because she's not bad about running into stuff.
Okay.
But she's she wants to be held, and
Yeah.
and she just loves all the attention, and we're more than happy to give that to her.
Sure. What percentage of the pets that you guys foster and adopt are disabled or have some type of?
With the rescue, we don't have firm stats on it, but I believe that we take in at least 10% of the dogs we bring in need some kind of extra care, whether it be they're positive for heartworms or they have some kind of other medical needs.
Okay.
We've had animals that we didn't have to spend hardly anything on, to get them ready to be vetted, and we
Yeah.
have had animals that we've had to spend $20,000
Sure.
for, and we're only able to do that because the community has blessed us tremendously
Sure.
with support.
I'm going to ask you to put a pin in that because, guys, believe it or not, segment 1 is already coming on. So don't go away, guys. I have so many questions. We'll be back in just a few here on The Good Soul.